Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Germany, episode number 14. In all likelihood this episode will not air. I'll redo it. But just in case we get ourselves into a fine little pickle, a fun little battle, I'm going to record, as I always do, all the battles and see how things go. So we have gentle breeze, wind's not too much to be worried about, but gentle breeze is enough for us to try to concern ourselves with getting wind side. Unfortunately, they are totally on the opposite side of us, so we're just going to steam right at them. I hope this is a light cruiser and we can just get lucky with a quick kill. I didn't even turn these things on. Not that it matters. Okay, I think this is going to be a Chiyoda class. It's a Tsushima class, which is the better ship for them. I think we can get lucky and kill it though. So let's hope. In fact, we're willing, if she keeps steering that way, we'll actually be wind side of her. Fantastic. Okay. Just don't give her the wind advantage. She'll probably launch a lot of torpedoes. Wait, one more turn. Okay, adjust for torpedoes. Getting a lot of hits in. This is good. Obviously, a torpedo run is just going to end our day, so how we're doing? Medium damage. We'll zig and zag a little bit. Make sure that their torpedoes are not effective. 3, turn. Let's turn a little harder. We are doing really good work. Okay, turn in hard, and turn away. Turn in hard. Oh, just missed. Okay, and I guess we'll try to stay wind side. It does look like they're gonna sink, so this is a good, nice little fight. We got ourselves a small victory. Stay on course just for a little so we can get a few more hits. Oh man, just when things were going well. Well, we are trading one of their really valuable ships for one of ours. I mean, significantly less valuable ships. The Gazelle, the Hela is already detached, so we're just going to make a run right at the Tsushima. Try to light her up. Risking, of course, getting another torpedo hit. Oh man, you had to wait for that. Actually, I need to go a little bit of speed for the Hela, just because I don't want to get hit by another torpedo. So she needs to make a little bit of speed just so we can... Oh, okay, good. So, we did lose it. That's fine. Okay, so a major victory still because their ships are worth... What? How? 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 How is this? I have no... well, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's fine. We sank the ship. We'll take it. Okay, let's go to the almanac and see what kind of ship we lost. I can't remember. It was a Geffion class. It's the old style. Why is that worth so much? Oh well. Whatever. Steady as she goes. Good, we defeated that. That should give us victory points, but I guess it doesn't. Well, guess we'll keep accepting these cruiser battles. They're not hugely important. Okay, this is the Geffion class and... Geffion class. Oh, Niobe! So Niobe did not sink, I guess, in the end. Very interesting. I don't even remember what kind of... Oh, this is a cruiser engagement. Okay, good. Oh my gosh! Holy cow. This is probably a heavy cruiser then, because these are destroyers. So we'll go squad max and hopefully... Oh my gosh. Spin in circles just to avoid getting hit by the first barrage of torpedoes. We're doing some significant hits. Wind is calm, so I'm not too worried about that. We're gonna keep turning though until, oh my gosh, a battleship? Are you kidding me? What is a battleship doing in a cruiser engagement? The game is cheating. Well, obviously we're getting the hell out of here. Oh my gosh. Well, the Niobe just had no luck. Absolutely no luck. And we're gonna get out of here. So that was a fun engagement. It's been 5 minutes and I've lost 2 light cruisers. Good God, man. Well, I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Really no luck. Good gracious. Alright, well, how do we approach this situation? I really don't know. Okay, it was not a battleship, it was a heavy cruiser. Good gracious, though, we have not had any kind of luck. This is going to be a pretty hard deficit for us to overcome. Okay, but I like a challenge. So we got our forces in the Southeast Asia. Is it saying that we have too many forces there? It's definitely saying we have too many forces there, but that's fine. Let's go and find the ships in Southeast Asia and send our huge party in. So let's take all the battleships. Actually, let's leave for start the 2 Worth classes. And leave the Gefyons as well. We'll take all the other light cruisers. And we'll take most of the destroyers. As well as at least 4 minesweepers. And move all these guys into Northeast Asia. Good. Now, we don't have anybody on rating status right now. I'm just going to make sure that all these guys are in Southeast Asia, the ones with stars, they are. So that'll be fixed next turn. That's fine. We're going to take this guy off of, whatever, foreign tonnage. Where are we missing foreign tonnage? Northeast Asia. Okay, well, we're moving there anyways, so I guess we have to keep this guy on foreign tonnage for 1 more turn. Foreign station. Sorry, foreign station. That's what it's called. And now, who are the people in North? I need to assign some raiders. So we have, these are the ones staying in Southeast Asia. Who wants to begin raiding? Probably both of my light cruisers. Set up raider. Okay. Now who's still left in Southeast Asia? This one, we need him to move actually into Northeast Asia though. Okay. Now who's left in Northeast Asia? Whoa. We have no ships in Northeast Asia? We have 1 ship in Northeast Asia. They've all been sunk. Okay, fine. Well, I think we can set this guy to raiding because... No, it can't. I was hoping that the heavy cruiser would satisfy our foreign tonnage, but we can't. That's fine. We're fine with that. Is there any areas where we're over? No. West Africa, Indian Ocean, these places are all like basically at their maximum. Okay. Well, let's end the turn and see what happens. That's fine. I don't think we need the budget, so I want to care for the population. We don't want to unrest to... Yeah, France has taken all our technology. Just in case you haven't been keenly aware of that, I've commented several times how France gets the benefit of all of our stuff. Ah, good. So now we're starting to do some damage to them. And here's our fleet battle. Oh wow, the Japanese Navy declines. Okay, fair enough. Now here's where things get fun. Sort by location and type. Actually, let's go back to location. So that means it'll sort by type within location. We have all these ships. We can definitely set... I'm going to move this guy back, in fact. I'm going to set him as a raider, but I'm going to move him down to Southeast Asia. I want to try to keep like ships together. Otherwise, the Gefyon class could be paired, unfortunately, with my Thetis class, and then I wouldn't want that because he'll slow down the rest of the ship if I do max speed. What I can do is increase the maximum speed manually, go to squad max, and then actually make sure that I keep pressing the up button to increase the speed. Because then it'll go to the individual ship maximum and will eventually separate from the Geffion, but he'll reattach if we get close, and it's just better to avoid. Okay, good. So let's change this guy to Raider mode as well. We don't have a foreign tonnage issue. Excuse me. 10 minutes in this video. Let's try to do a little bit of damage. We're blockading, if I'm not mistaken. No, not yet. So we must be close, though, right? Yeah, we're very... In fact, according to this, we are way over the 10% we need. 10% of 40 is 4, obviously, so we only need like 44 to blockade, but we supposedly have 55. Alright, now we brought a lot of minesweepers in, if I sort by location. Yeah, we brought a lot of minesweepers in Southeast Asia. I want some of these to be dispersed to other areas. Basically, I want one in every area where I have any other ship. So we want one to West Africa. Let's just sort by type for the time being. 1 to Indian Ocean, and that's fine. And then the rest will just stay in Southeast Asia for now, which hopefully leaves a bunch. Okay, so how many people do I have set up on raiding? 4. Not enough in Northeast Asia. Let's sort by Northeast Asia. Who is in Northeast Asia? Yeah, we only have our heavy cruiser. We'll definitely set... Let's get this guy, who's already elite, and set him to raider as well. Okay, fantastic. Next turn. The Japanese are doing a bit of work, but we're sinking some of their submarines too. And here we go. We're finally starting to do work. 3, 6 versus 4. Cruiser action, never going to favor us. So I think I'll accept and run away. Should I do that, or... No, I risk one of my cruisers being lost, so I'll concede 75 victory points. Small engagement I'm okay with. We'll accept that. Okay, we got our 70 victory points back. Wow, condenser trouble really causing a lot of problems. What the heck, man? Well, we got a battleship engagement out of it in the end, and that's what we wanted, right? Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so it's going to start us in all these escort formations, but I don't find them terribly helpful. Support line ahead, that's exactly what I want. So that must mean this guy's in his own group. He is. This is going to become our scout. Now we can't change him yet. So we just have to wait to run into an enemy. This guy's in his own thing. Fantastic. Alright, so let's get the window shifted. Oh boy, save. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Okay. This is it. This is our chance to redeem ourselves. Let's get all the things going. I'm excited though. This is what we've been waiting for, right? Why am I nervous? We want to engage the enemy. Unfortunately, it's calm wind, so there's very little. But they do have the wind advantage. In fact, they've had the wind advantage, I think, in every start so far. Every fight we've conducted. So let's get everybody to go squad max, just so I can start separating the speedboats from the slow guys. Okay, this is a 29. I think we'll get these guys to stop being in screen mode. Let's get them to support in line ahead. Accept. And that means I'm actually going to bring his speed down because he needs to go less than max so that the other destroyers can catch up. This is going to go squad max. He's going to be... I guess this guy's going to be my reserve force. We'll pull him back over here. As well as this... I think this is my... Where's my cruiser? There. So cruiser and destroyer... Excuse me, will be my reserve force. Get the battleships to go squad max. Just to speed things up. Let's see. If their ship's up there, we can try to gain the wind advantage, but it's very, very unlikely. Our light cruiser is better than theirs, so we'll go squad max and turn towards. Okay, well, here we go. They already had the same idea to try to take the wind advantage. Okay, let's turn this guy this way. I want him to almost go straight back. Okay, we'll go like this and then we'll tilt back up later. get the destroyers out in front. The light cruisers and this destroyer are going to bring up the rear, and this light cruiser will be in the front. So I'll have a destroyer and a light cruiser group boxing my battleship group, two, like one of each in the north or in the front, and one of each in the back. Okay, what do we have here? Now, it's obvious that I want to get my battleships into the fight as soon as possible. Okay, run this way. You're good. Let's see what we have here. Heavy cruiser. Probably a battleship there. These battleships are pretty fast. Remember, we got the extra speed. They went up from 20 to 21 just by surprise. Probably because they were a little bit underweight. I mean, that could have helped. So, we don't mind if this heavy cruiser comes in. Alright, there it is. So now we're going to start opening fire. And the cool thing is, my cross-deck situation means all 4 of my turrets will engage. Awesome. Beautiful. Totally beautiful. So let's get this light cruiser out of the way. Now it's time for basically it's time for our battleships to step up their game. Let's get this guy to go probably 22. Just barely faster than the battleships, so we can stay closing up. This guy needs to keep going max speed because he's got to catch up. And unfortunately, this guy's going to be in the way, so I'm going to actually have to run him behind the group. Let's get close. We know we're going to win this engagement if we get close, especially because my ships actually have very good small ship defense. So let's just go ahead and push our advantage as much as possible. Which means get close. Which is risky, I know, with torpedoes, but we actually have decent torpedoes ourselves. And if they get close enough, I will just choose to launch torpedoes. Because they are just coming right at us. They don't care at all, do they? Huh, this is interesting. I'm going to let it happen. In fact, what I'll do is I'll get my single destroyer to make a run at them. We're already starting to hit, but that's actually with the 6-inch guns. You are crazy. You only have 2 submerged torpedo tubes, too. Alright, well, I'm very happy that we have this. We have such good weapon configuration for dealing with the Japanese. First of all, we have our 13-inch guns, 8 of them. All of them are firing at their heavy cruiser. We should be getting some hits soon. On top of that, we have our 6-inch guns. Plenty of them, 6 per side. So 6 firing at anything smaller than their heavy cruiser. On top of that, if their destroyers get really close, we have 10 3-inch weapons which will be firing. And the Prussian is the one who won our little mock game. So she, of course, is considered a veteran. Okay, we want to watch the torpedo range, which is about where we're at. I'm not worried yet. Okay, we'll do a little dive in here. This one obviously is going to bring up the rear, so that means this light cruiser has to get to the front of the action as soon as possible. Alright, this is where it's at now. We should be starting to sink their light cruisers as well. I mean, not their light cruisers, but any of their light ships. Okay, we're going to have to do a course correction very soon because they are close enough that they could have launched torpedoes. And this destroyer's main goal is just to get in there and basically stir up the pot. Make sure that they can't move at the direction they want to move. I think at this point they've realized we do not want this engagement. I know at the very least, I'll be able to fire 2 guns, right? Because I have this configuration. So we can see that this one is not able to cross-deck fire all the way over here, only about over here. However, I'm still able to get 2 off, which is fine. That's totally fine with me. Probably this guy's still getting 4 off. He is. She is. Whatever. So, but now we need to make sure we actually make all speed at the Yukuma. Which probably is what we're going to have to do with our destroyers as well. And this last light cruiser, let's just send her directly at the heavy cruisers as well. Okay, this is the 13-inch guns. When those hit, that should really do some work. Okay, Okay, so we're stirring the pot, but they are going to retreat. What's the best course of action here? I guess not to get my destroyers sunk, because as long as we stay in range, we should be okay. But we're going to keep our destroyers capable of going for the finishing blow. So let's go squad max now. Actually, I'll go 28, not quite squad max, and we'll start going in for the kill. Light cruiser is just going to be here for a defense measure. In fact, we don't even need the defense measure so much because these battleships are so good at defending themselves. Let's get torpedoes, start launching those. Okay. We are hitting a bunch of their other ships. Of course, I don't want this heavy cruiser to get away. In fact, we're going to have to, unfortunately. Do I have this column, double column? No. I don't know how to get that double column thing to work. I'm very naive when it comes to the big fleet engagements. So let's just try to get lucky. These guys go squad max now that they're kind of lined up. We're already going squad max. The Yakuma is going 20, so she's going to be hard to track down. It's going to be very hard for my ships to engage her, considering we have to either take an angle to fire or we have to head at her trajectory. But it's possible my destroyer can get in close enough. These hits are hitting, yeah, a ship that already sank. Well, at least now it is officially sunk, so we don't have to engage it anymore. Okay, well, let's keep going. Let's see if we can possibly get a kill out of this. I very much doubt it. I mean, this ship has plenty of torpedoes. We're in torpedo range. And we're really getting... It's getting a bit hairy that we haven't been hit yet. Yeah, well, okay, there. I speak a little too soon, right? So it was a critical hit to the conning tower. It might have actually just gone completely through our conning tower, though. Okay, now they're obviously countering, which is intelligent. But they have to counter-maneuver on both sides, so we should eventually get close enough. Oh, man, it's tough. It's going to be tough. Launch torpedoes. No! Why are you launching... Stupid destroyer. I cannot believe how stupid this destroyer is. She launched torpedoes. Look where she launched torpedoes. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? You had a chance to launch torpedoes at their heavy cruiser and you launched torpedoes at their destroyers, which happen to be in line with our ships. Like, this is when I start to say, okay, well, that's just a ship that we'll bring her close enough to get sunk because we want Darwin to play out here. She's obviously too stupid to keep in our fleet. You can redeem yourself, of course, and this can be serious redemption. We're going to go ahead and just charge right at the Yakuma. I don't think it's going to be successful, but if we can cause the Yakuma, like she is doing, to start zigzagging, we will catch up with our dreadnoughts. And heck, if nothing else, we'll catch up with our other... with our other destroyers, which is fine. Okay, so do a little bit of course correction here. You as well. It would be acceptable for me to trade one destroyer. Oh, she did it. Oh my gosh, S-15, you did it. You did it. Oh, you completely whiffed, but hey, I'm not gonna fault you for at least trying. You did the right thing. And we might get lucky. Lots of torpedoes being launched. And that's what I like to see. Look at what the Yakuma is having to do. Perfect. And that's what the S-15... You know what? S-15, mission accomplished. Go ahead and just get out of here. Completely mission accomplished. Now this Yakuma class is going to have to go through a barrage of four destroyers launching all their torpedoes. Fantastic. And the S-15 will certainly survive. Certainly survive. She's going to do okay. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that's all we wanted, was just cause this Yukuma to start spinning around in circles. It's going to slow herself down quite a bit. We'll get close enough with our destroyers to do another torpedo volley. So let's get the S-15 and the Thetis kind of back off a little bit. Oh, no, not the wrong one. I meant to click this one. Now their destroyers are doing the smart thing. They're moving to the closest threat and engaging. All the time, though, our battleships are just creeping up, creeping up. And we know they've had to zigzag a lot. We know they've taken hits. So this is just to our advantage. Okay, now I'm going to just tell them, launch torpedoes. Do your thing. V2 is launching torpedoes. Okay. To be honest, it's a little suicidal for them not to engage these ships when they're so close. So I'm just going to try to remove the escorts and let the battleships continue to catch up. Obviously, she continued to zigzag. Yeah, so this is fine. We'll pull away. Mission already accomplished, right? She's dodging back right into the line of our dreadnoughts. So mission accomplished. Okay, let's get this guy to head north back towards the fleet. You will continue to engage. I think those ships are fine. I don't know why we're launching all of our torpedoes like that, but perfect. Look at the Yukuma. This is suicidally turning back in towards our dreadnoughts. So this is exactly what we wanted. Light cruiser there to finish off their escorts. Perfect. Okay, so let's get this going. We all know how this ends now, with the Yukuma sinking, supposedly. Get our light cruisers to move in as quickly as possible just to start sinking their destroyers. Oh my gosh. What the literal heck is happening here? We launched a lot of torpedoes in ways we just should not have. So let's go ahead and discourage torpedo launching for a little bit here. These guys going back. You're fine. Actually, we need you to kind of close in fact. Let's go to 28 maybe, just to allow your other ships to catch up. You guys can close in. I'm not worried about the chances of their destroyers hitting you. Lots of people launching torpedoes, which is terrible. I just told them not to. Would not be surprised if we end up sinking one of our own ships with torpedoes at this point. Okay, but this is ideal. I'm seeing exactly what I want to see. The Yukuma is probably sunk at this point. We don't have any torpedoes on our actual dreadnoughts. This is probably the last dreadnought I'll make without torpedoes, but... Okay, let's pull back in. You guys come back this way. Lots of hits on there. Okay, yeah, so good. Mission accomplished. Let's finish this off very quickly. We know that their Yukuma is basically sunk. At this point, it's just up to mopping up some of their destroyers if we can. Oh my gosh! I probably should have actually told them not to launch torpedoes. Yeah. These are... I'm not worried. It's a little too far away. In fact, we'll have to turn in here to avoid being hit. But it's just a little silly. Their AI is a little aggressive about launching torpedoes sometimes. Okay, let's turn back. I mean, we're just wrecking the Yukuma. She's already going to sink, I'm sure. So I'm just trying to see if I can get in a few more attacks on their destroyers. It would be nice. I'm going to let the S-15 launch torpedoes. She kind of deserves the kill. If you think back to it, she's the one who got this whole domino train running. So that's good. Well, it looks like the Undyne decided to take it on her to hit the Yukuma. That's fine too. Not that she necessarily deserved it, but anybody who gets the hit, so fine with me. And we'll just go ahead and march away from that. I'm going to let those guys go AO mode. The only ones that stand a chance of catching up now are the Thetis. Oh, they did turn back towards us. That's unusual. Now our only goal is to focus on these destroyers. Now what we're doing here is just wringing out every last little drop we can from this engagement because things have not been going particularly well for us. We're hugely behind in victory points. So let's just try to get whatever else we can out of this. Also note that I want to continue to save torpedoes. We could run into another ship here. I mean, we could run into one of their actual battleships. Remember, this was considered a fleet engagement, and we haven't really seen anything but a heavy cruiser from them. It's happened before, right? Where, you know, we end up running into a huge fleet. Let's get these guys to go down, close in. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, perfect. Why don't you do that? That's perfect for you, S-15. As soon as we can get this guy not to be AI controlled, we need her to be. For now, the Thetis is barely surviving inside command range. Still getting hits off, though. That's the important thing. Okay, this guy certainly is within range. Good. This is going to be perfect. All our ships are converging. That's it for them. That's the end of the story. So basically, they didn't leave fast enough, and now they will suffer the consequences. So we should be able to snake out another 2 destroyer kills. And we're so confident that we're just sailing our dreadnoughts directly into the line. We have somebody who somehow is still launching torpedoes. Incredible. Torpedoes that look like they actually hit. Okay, cool. It's alright. Oh, yeah. So there's the other ships. Should we go back and engage? Why not? So I'm just going to let everyone go to AI control. Let's head north to try to gain the wind advantage. We're really going to come in. It's going to be a bit of a surprise for them. Alright, so here we go. Battleship engagement. Go, go. Wait, I mean, obviously, we don't care. We're sending our dreadnoughts in just completely alone. "11-inch guns. That's pretty powerful. But they're getting a broadside of 8 11-inch off on us. Much better armor, I think. Yeah, much better armor. We have 9.5. Very weak armor. But we have more 13-inch guns. Because I mean, we have the same 8, but I'm assuming that not all these are Shikishima. Yeah, there's their Fuji class. Good, so this is what happened so far. The Wessenberg was hit to not penetrate. And we hit them with 13-inch, which probably is going to penetrate from this close range. What are we at? You know, like, let's zoom out. About 5,000 yards, right? I mean, it's very easy. I can just go to any one of these ships and hit data. Our target, whoops, so details. Our target is 6,000 away. Yeah. So aside from torpedoes, I think we'll win this engagement. We'll let our other ships catch up. This is all about the big boys. Let the big boys fight it out. Okay, good. Fuji, battlecruiser hit. That's what we want. Fuji, battlecruiser, and a penetrating hit to the fore-aft hull. Okay, that's fine though. Non-penetrating hit. Just keep going. 4 more hits on the Fuji. Damn, that's incredible. Ah, torpedoes. Well, I did warn myself. Okay, well, there's nothing we can do. We'll let the Wessenberg fall out of line. These guys will just continue on their course. The Wessenberg will just fall out, and we'll get her to greatly reduce her speed. It doesn't look like she's critically hit from this. So it looks like she's in very good shape, in fact. So when I say fall out of line, I'm just going to barely nudge her out of the way. We're still in this. And we're going to have our own torpedoes engaging very soon. I still think we're ahead. Call me crazy, but I still think we're winning this. Okay. Let's get our destroyers to move in. As they start coming into range, they're going to start moving towards the enemy, which we are also going to be doing. But yeah, 2 more on the Fuji. I don't think their Fuji is an issue right now. And 10, I think that's fine for the Weissenberg, sorry. Yeah, flotation's already down to 160, and she has plenty of flotation to spare. Another hit would be bad, obviously, but... Okay, we're not avoiding torpedoes. They just basically launched their huge barrage. Now, what is the important thing is to do flotilla attack. Now's the time to engage with torpedoes. So we'll just get these guys, as soon as they get into range, to head over towards the other ships. And look at this, though. We're doing so much damage. Okay, yeah, I think we're doing a lot. Fuji must be sunk, for crying out loud, man. So many hits on the 13-inch guns against that guy. And this Fuji, remember, does not have heavy armor. We already destroyed one of their turrets. She has 2 12-inch guns firing at us. Huge damage to her. Probably she's not able to fire very effectively because she's listing or whatnot. Yeah, we knew this would happen. I'm glad I turned off torpedo firing, but I'm surprised that we launched so many torpedoes in the end. Okay, so Fuji, Shikishima, all the hits are going our way. Even we're going to get the Weissenberg. How's her flooding doing? She's limiting her flooding a lot, down to only 91. What's her squad max? We'll have her go 14. We want her in the fight. We just want her in the fight. Right now, she's still firing 3 of her guns. That's fine. Get in the game. And all our ships are just going to converge on theirs. Okay, we want our torpedoes to be launched left and not right. Obvious reasons. We are decimating them, though. The Fuji class is probably sinking at this point. Oh, they have 2 Fuji classes. Well, that's perfect. I should actually be paying attention to which Fuji class is being hit. Okay, that one. All the rear one. Okay. Well, we'll keep these guys curling over the top to try to engage the other ships. We're doing well, though. Oh my gosh, no, don't run into their ship, you idiot. This one has 1 destroyed, and the other gun is firing perfect. Yeah, it's firing at the Weissenberg. So let's have the Weissenberg. She is already engaging correctly, the one I want. So these guys are going to be in charge of taking out the other 2 ships. And we're still hitting the Fuji. Good, that's the other Fuji. Fantastic, although it's only a 6-inch gun hit. Okay, that's fine. Get this cruiser. One will straddle, I guess. A simple torpedo would be nice. We'll get the Weissenberg to be in charge of destroying this. Oh, she's sunk. She's done. So get this guy to turn heavy. Squad max. And you guys are okay to launch torpedoes. You're clear. Even you, Thetis, although it's not a good idea because I'll be launching him back towards me. It's a dead stop target. 1. 2, we have enough time to avoid, I think. I hope. No, 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 no. Fudge. Man, I wanted the destroyers to turn. Okay, the Thetis, like this. We might as well go on the same side as well. Oh, impossible. Torpedo tubes hit. That's not good. She doesn't have any torpedoes left anyway. Do you? You have plenty. So we don't really care. What we're going to do is continue to go squad max, which she's going to do. Who's hitting her, by the way? Undyne is launching torpedoes. That's perfect. Good. Please head in this direction. That's where we're all headed. Okay, looks like the Asanagi is going to try to do a little torpedo run. We'll be careful. We'll avoid here. We're still destroying their... Oh, that's the Weissenberg. Yeah, well, we somehow missed from point blank. That's fine. This guy, he'll be in charge of finishing it off. You do have torpedoes, right? No. Well, that's pathetic. Then I don't really care what you do at all. Okay, hard to port. Why are you not turning? Why are you not turning? I just clicked this guy. I keep trying to click on the destroyer I want. You guys might as well launch your torpedoes. Shikishima's going to get away unless this guy turns quickly. We'll come back for the Fuji. It's dead stopped. Ah, man. Ah. So frustrating. You know, these ships were designed to eliminate all the secondary ships, but apparently they did not do a very good job of that. Okay, we're firing torpedoes at this Fuji. We hit. We're about to hit ourselves. I don't even know which way to turn. Okay, let's take stock of the situation here. I have totally messed myself up. The Thetis is about to run into somebody. We're still destroying... Oh, that's the Weissenberg killing the old Fuji. Okay, we don't care. We need to sink their battleships at this point. We've lost a battleship ourselves. So it's critical that we sink their Shikishima. You're clear to launch torpedoes. I'm just saying, if you'd like. Okay. We're okay. We're doing okay. I think we're going to be okay. If you say that word, you know, okay, enough, it just happens, right? The good news is the Shikishima has heavy damage. The bad news is the Tokiwa, it probably has no damage. She does have one of her... This is not so threatening. I'm not even too worried about that. Our Dreadnought can even track her down. Well, the Prusen can. Damn, that's so unfortunate. This ship's gone for sure. We don't have any torpedoes left on... But we sunk 2 of their battleships, but they're the old battleships. We need this new one, I think, in order to really call this a success. Okay, we are forcing her to turn back towards the ones that matter. We'll keep turning in. That's probably the best way, is to just... The virtual speed, as they say, they're going to be moving in one direction, we'll be moving in the other, which means that our virtual, apparent speed is going to be twice what it would be. Hopefully that helps eliminate hits. Obviously, if you're moving in parallel together, your ships don't appear to be moving at all. You know, when you're passing a car on the freeway, you're both going, whatever, 65 or 120 kilometers per hour, whatever it is. You don't appear to be moving that much faster, so it feels like you would just be able to throw a ball into the other car. Now it would hit the wind and things would change very quickly, but okay, let's just stop with that analogy. You have which torpedo ready? Please say it's going to be the port. Of course it is. That's fine. We'll get you onto the port side then, and Undain has a starboard ready. Yeah, exactly. They need to reverse positions. That's okay. We'll get the other one to snake around to the other side then. We're doing okay, despite obviously taking... Oh, we're launching a torpedo. Well, that was quick. Okay, so now it doesn't really matter what side you're on. But we'll continue to move you away. That is getting the other ship... I keep clicking that. It is getting their Shikishima to move in an erratic manner, so hopefully we can start landing some good hits from the Prusen. No torpedoes left. Our main goal here, Shikishima. Which way are they going to turn? So basically we're just going to have a huge broadside against them. They're coming head on. Their ships already did. They have these turrets that are disabled anyways. They can't even fire at our Prusen. You have a torpedo. I don't want you to use it quite yet, please. You don't have any torpedoes. You're kind of useless to me. Go that way. You don't have any torpedoes, but I still want you to engage, and I don't care if you get sunk because we're in the process of trying to sink the Shikishima. Wow. So her medium guns are still penetrating our belt extended. That makes sense. Come on, we're so close. Come on, hit them. We can do it. Well, that did not work out. Oh, okay, well, the Weissenberg is actually going to become relevant again. Get that one out of the way, I don't care if they do. Are you still firing? You are. That's what I want you to do. Turning. Keep turning hard too. Wow, this ship is crazy. I don't even know what the Shikishima is trying to do at this point. Well, we want to get that guy close. This one's probably going to have to spin complete 180. Get this one to keep going away. You don't have any torpedoes anyway, right? Yeah. Oh, good, she is turning north. Well, that's up to the Weissenberg now. She's doing it. Good. I'm going to try to really gamble here. I know this episode's gone on for a while, but I'm going to head over at this heavy cruiser. See if the Prussian can get lucky and kill her. So I'm going to change my target over to the heavy cruiser. I'm going to let... This one has a torpedo? Yes, this one has a starboard, so I'm going to send her that way. But I'm going to send the Thetis down to support against the heavy cruiser. We did get a penetrating hit against our belt. That's unfortunate. We also hit them with our 13-inch guns. Remember, their guns are not super heavy. They only have 11-inch guns. Wow, good job, Destroyer. Yeah, your 4-inch guns. Probably not doing a whole lot. And this is what I was hoping. We're going to scare this ship off at the very least. We'll scare it off. In all likelihood, we could even sink it. Okay, I'm dying. Head that way. You guys are continuing to head that way. You don't have any torpedoes, so you're useless to me. Wow. I'm not sure how, because we've been adjusting course very frequently, but somehow the Prussian has been hit by a torpedo. Flooding, not so bad. I'm just going to gamble, and we're going to keep going. The Weissenberg is getting her hits against the Shikishima. Let's turn... How are we doing on heavy damage? I think I'm going to turn away to try to avoid torpedoes. We've been hit so many freaking times. Okay, starboard. So we need to go up the right side. And these guys can launch from both sides, they'll go up the left. Okay, there we go. Oh, well, I guess turn head towards. It's fine too. Which means we need the Prussian to actually come back because we need her to maintain command over these ships so that I can maintain command over these ships so that I can launch torpedoes. We still have 2 more torpedoes on the V2. Ah, darn it. I mean, all I'm seeing is hits for their ships, so that's good news. What the heck are you guys... I don't know what they're doing, but the Undyne has a torpedo, so... That's a good barrage. Now I have 3 hits. Shikishima should be sinking, for crying out loud. Okay, that's... Wow. Who launched torpedoes? Oh, is that... It's probably this guy who launched torpedoes off screen, or maybe this guy, I don't know. Whoever it is, they're sunk, but we know that those are all sinking. 3 more hits. The 6-inch guns at this range, obviously, should be just... Even with 6-inch armor, I guess that's about the range where it's questionable whether it penetrates. But it looks like their ship is slowing down. Wow, that was a savage barrage from the Undyne. Another savage barrage, and some of these might be penetrating. Let's head the Prussian a little closer. I know that it's a little risky with torpedoes. I'll even slow down to 15, but I just want to make sure... Yeah, I just slowed you. High speed, whatever. Are we risking losing this ship? Yeah, but I think it's worth it to kill off their just heavy cruisers. Okay, it's gotten to be nighttime. I know we've done a lot of damage to the ship. We have some torpedoes left on this guy. Okay, well, then you guys are going to be in charge of finishing off that. Now, we're basically just going to hope for a kill on the Shikishima. Let's watch where she's going. Straight north, okay. We'll come back for the Tokiwa. It's not important. Priority number 1, Shikishima. You guys are free to engage. So you're going to basically make a strafing run on this heavy cruiser. Hopefully, there it is. Okay, we're up to 50%. Should monitor this a little more closely. I don't care if these come back heavily damaged. I just want to sink their ships. That's the only goal. So spread out a little bit so we can get a bit of a vision cone. I don't care about any of those ships. Just come back this way. We need the... Where is she? Oh man, if she gets away after all that work, I'll be very disappointed. And if we keep pushing, we risk losing our Prussian. Well, alright. Call off the pursuit. We got her though. We got her. Okay, let me think. Torpedoes. Okay. We're just gonna have to creep ahead. These destroyers don't have any torpedoes. I'm gonna... Oh, they have one. Oh no, don't do that. Shoot. In order to get this ship, we have to push the Prussian on. We are now limiting flooding. That's good. Now, another bulkhead rupture could occur because I'm pushing her. It's a risk I'm just going to take. Okay, here we go. Just want to get her to do any kind of maneuvering. Just like that. Do you see that little turn? That's all we want. That's all we want. Too much. Too much, too much. Okay, well, if they're firing at you, you know you can engage. Good. Now we've done it. I think we've done it. Let's slow the Prussian back down. That was likely a torpedo launch, so let's move in. Good. 13-inch guns are hitting. Silly. Okay, well, we got them to turn back this way. That's good. No, that's the only one we didn't want. Come on, Prussian. We need you to give us a little bit more speed. We need it. Okay, Thetis, I guess you're my only hope, man. This is turning into a very pathetic fight. This battle's gone on long enough, but we need to sink this guy for it to be a victory. Wow, the Weissenberg actually reattached. Well, that's terrible, unfortunately. Well, we'll just spin her around. Okay, there it is. Probably that's the time when you launch torpedoes like an idiot. Wow, that's a good barrage. She's on fire. Okay. How do we do this in a way where we don't kill ourselves? Turn you hard. But you guys just go, make a grazing run. You will launch torpedoes, so we'll get you to slow down a little bit so you don't overcome the dreadnoughts. And we'll just have you guys move that way. That's what I was worried about. Such torpedoes. Which side was that, Undine? Wait, no, that is. You're completely free. Okay, make the maneuver back. Just one torpedo hit is all we need. And that was your port side, I hope? Yes, good. So keep going port side so you don't fire another torpedo. Yeah, good. We got her now. Launch your torpedoes. That is. There it is. Perfect. Okay, avoid torpedoes, avoid torpedoes, avoid torpedoes. Now we're okay. Good, well, wow, what an episode, huh? Lots of madness here. We're still launching torpedoes. That should hit. Yeah. And we'll continue to just maneuver around this guy, sink him. But that should be the end of this. So we lost what, I guess we could go back and make sure that these other ships are sunk. What's happening? Oh, yeah. Another torpedo launched, because people are crazy. Oh, enemy ship, unidentified ship is hit by a torpedo. Bizarre. We'll go 13 and just mosey our way back down here. Make sure that none of the other ships are still floating. Okay, it was about here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it looks like they've all sunk or moved away before we had a chance to do anything about it, so. Whew, what an episode. Good gracious. It's gonna be a long one, huh? Almost a whole hour. Ah, jeez, man. Well, what do I think about that? I think that this has been a good turning point. We're going to look at this and surely say the important thing is we only lost one dreadnought, and we sank one dreadnought and two battleships, and two heavy cruisers. We did sink both of them. That's awesome. Maybe that second heavy cruiser is the one that was hit by a torpedo. But almost equally important, we sank 4 more of their destroyers. Why is that so important? Why would I focus on that? Eventually, if you run the enemy fleet out of support ships like light cruisers and destroyers, which they've lost 4 here, they will just start declining battles unless they feel like they have an advantage. And look at that. We're actually up in the lead now for the first time, which is going to start the blockade, and that will start snowballing us. Whew, well, what a battle. We'll pick this up in the next episode where I'll probably be in another fleet engagement. I hope you enjoyed this one. That was a lot of fun. I am sweating because that was pretty tense. And we did not get lucky. I mean, we got a little unfortunate dodging into some of their torpedoes. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. You wouldn't expect anything less than a lot of torpedo barrages from the Japanese Navy. So, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.